Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today we are talking about super intelligent AI. We're not going to be able to control it, that's right, and here's what's going on. Now, I feel like I am the only one that has ever seen Terminator on occasion, but I found this article really interesting and figured it would be a really good way to end the week, just given the last 18 years that was the last week or so. It's been crazy out. And so this was really cool. This is coming from David Neal of Science Alert. And I just thought this was interesting because scientists just delivered their verdict on whether we'd actually be able to control a high-level computer superintelligence. And the answer they came up with is, oh, hell no. Now, here's the thing. Controlling a superintelligence far beyond human comprehension would require a simulation of that superintelligence which we can analyze. But if we're unable to comprehend it, it's impossible to create that simulation. Now, think about this. Rules such as don't harm humans can't be set if we don't understand the kinds of scenarios that an AI is going to come up with, which is basically what they are talking about in this research. Once a computer system is working on a level above the scope of a human programmer, we can't really set limits on that AI. Now, the scientist that wrote this paper said, and I quote, "A superintelligence poses a fundamentally different problem than those typically studied under the banner of robot ethics. This is because a superintelligence is multifaceted and therefore potentially capable of mobilizing a diversity of resources in order to achieve obstacles that are potentially incomprehensible to humans, let alone controllable." Now, part of the team's reasoning actually comes from what is known as the halting problem that was put forth by Alan Turing. Now, if you don't know who he is, look him up. He is amazing and one of my inspirations. Now, the problem centers around knowing whether or not a computer program will reach a conclusion and answer, and if it doesn't, it halts, or it simply loops forever trying to find one. Loops forever trying to find one. Loops forever trying to find one. That's what we're talking about here. Now, as Turing proved through some of basically his mathematics, while we can know for some specific programs, it's logically impossible to find a way that will allow us to know for every potential program that could ever be written, which brings us back to artificial intelligence. Basically, in a superintelligent state, it could feasibly hold every possible computer program in its memory at once. Any program written to stop an artificial intelligence from, let's say, harming humans or destroying the world, aka Skynet, for example, may reach a conclusion or halt, or maybe not. It's mathematically impossible for us to be absolutely sure either way, which means it's not containable. So that makes any containment algorithm essentially unusable because it's a complete wildcard. We simply don't know. And so how do we use artificial intelligence without it going all judgment day on us? The alternative to teaching AI, let's say ethics and telling it not to destroy the world, something which no algorithm, as I just literally stated, really we can't 100% be sure of. What researchers are saying is we simply limit the capabilities of the superintelligence. It could be cut off from parts of the internet or from certain networks, for example, so it can't control everything. But all you doomsayers out there, a new study actually rejects that idea, suggesting that it would limit the reach of the artificial intelligence. The argument goes that if we're not basically going to use it to solve problems beyond the scope of humans, then why even bother to create it at all? And so that is the dilemma. But I think really somebody needs to notify Sarah Connor here, because we are developing artificial intelligence right now that is designing things and solving problems that humans are not coming up with. And I think that is a very interesting concept, but it also is a struggle. And so I'm going to keep on this. I think this is very interesting. But I would love to hear your thoughts, and happy Friday, everybody. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP, and please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe and stay online. Thanks, everyone.